So without further delay, we attended these sessions for half an hour and understood the importance of being in control physically as well as mentally. So now, being a nutritionist, I would also give a short talk on describing that why eating healthy is also important. There is a definition on the screen right in front of you, which says health is defined as a state of physical, mental, and social well-being, and we are relatively free from any disease or disability. So physically, we exercise, mentally, we calm ourselves, yoga, meditation. Socially, we try and interact with one another. But what we eat is also very important. The other aspect of being healthy is also wellness. It is a positive and a dynamic state, and it motivates a person to try and adopt a healthy lifestyle and do and practice it daily, and being mindful of what you are eating or doing, as well as connecting you physically, emotionally, psychologically, and various other forms. So what we eat is very important, and we all know the basics, the 6 important nutrients which are required, from carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, water. So we do have adequate consumptions of carbohydrate, proteins, fats, but sometimes minerals we often consume, but we are not aware what are the practices or combinations which we can adopt. And the commonly missed out, the commonly deficient, the minerals which are deficient in our body, or we come across these deficiencies, are of iron, zinc, vitamin B12, calcium, vitamin D, which I will take subsequently in further sessions as we proceed in the new year. So today I'm going to give you a short talk about iron as well as zinc. First of all, zinc. So it is one of the mineral which is very much available in various kind of food sources. So you have red meats, mostly found in meats, red meat, especially organ meat. You have beef, lamb, mutton, pork, poultry, then seafood consisting of the fish, cod, salmon. Then you have shellfish like shrimps, oysters, different types of beans and legumes, which you can see in the picture, from kidney beans to fava beans, the broad beans, the red beans, various types of nuts, walnuts, hemp seeds, sunflower seeds, certain cereals like oats, as well as you have nowadays in the market, because people don't realize that they are deficient. So cereals and legumes, they're often fortified with these minerals. What is the importance of having zinc in our diet? Basically, it is required for various metabolic processes, for our functioning of our DNA as well as RNA reactions, for formation of proteins, certain hormones. It acts as a very powerful anti-inflammatory. It removes the toxins from the body. And for children, it is required during their growth stage. Now, zinc deficiency. One point to note is that zinc and iron, their sources are more or less similar. So when you eat the food sources, to encounter zinc deficiencies are rare. But commonly the symptoms which have been observed are lower respiratory tract infections, poor healing of wound, then you have weight loss, hair loss, skin irritations, the immune system is weakened, and children often suffer from chronic diarrhea. Some kind of patients who are suffering from who are classified as suffering from chronic liver disease or malabsorption syndromes or kidney diseases, they do have zinc deficiencies. What is the requirement? RDA stands for recommended dietary allowance. So in males, it is generally higher, 11 milligrams, and in females, it is 8 milligrams. Then the next mineral is iron. As you can see in iron, in the picture, there are various sources. So these are the plant food sources which are high in iron. So the plant food sources are commonly the green leafy vegetables. You have the spinach, chard, your choysum, kale, dried fruits like figs and apricots, various nuts like almonds, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, walnuts, different type of beans, chickpea, soybeans, garbanzo beans, certain whole grains, quinoa. Then you have also animal sources consisting of lean meat, poultry, red meat. They're all very good sources of iron. So say about the green leafy vegetables. So a cup of cooked spinach can roughly provide you about 6 to 6.5 milligrams of iron, which is about your 10% of daily need. Same is with potatoes, whether it's sweet potato or the regular potatoes, they are also good sources. And one large size potato provides you about 10% of your daily value of iron intake. Nuts, say about 30 grams of nuts, mixed combination of different nuts from almonds with a mix of few seeds, walnuts, and they also contain good source. They are good sources of iron. Various beans, then you have seeds, the whole grains like quinoa. So a cup of cooked quinoa provides about 6.5 milligrams of iron. Function of iron. Iron is a very important mineral and it is required basically for the formation of hemoglobin. It is a very important component and it helps in the transport of oxygen to our various parts of the body. It is required for the physical growth, for the children as well as young children, for the health tissues, formation of cells. It strengthens the immune system, and also at the same time, it is required for our nerve conduction, which is the synthesis for the healthy flow of messages between the nerves to the brain. Now, what I can say is that at this time of COVID, a lot of patients are being prescribed a combination of high doses of vitamin C and zinc. This is because zinc acts as a powerful anti-inflammatory and it removes these toxins along with vitamin C. So when we talk about vitamin C, I will also need to talk about the explanation of absorption of iron. Before that, what are the deficiencies we commonly come across? Iron deficiencies are found more common as compared to zinc. So under the nail beds, there is a difference in the color of the bed. Then you have dark circles under the eyes. The skin is pale. Then you have shortness of breath. People start feel as if they are fatigued. They get tired easily. They have difficulty in exercising. And sometimes they do experience cold hands and feet for a short period of time during the day. So the recommended dietary allowance in males is 8 milligrams and females it is 18 milligrams per day. Initially, when the women, they do have their cycles, it is about 18 milligrams, but once they are over and the menopause phase starts, it is 8 milligrams per day. For growing children, it is 10 to 15 milligrams per day as well. So as I was talking about vitamin C, so absorption. Iron basically exists in different forms in the animal sources of food as well as the plant sources of food. So in animals, the iron exists as heme, whereas in plants exist in the form of non-heme. So when we say non-heme and heme, they are the different forms of iron which we study in chemistry. So absorption of iron from animal sources of food is far better as compared to non-heme. Science has shown that the absorption of iron, heme sources of food like from poultry, seafood, red meat, beef, pork, is about 14 to 18% higher as compared to the plant-based sources. And vitamin C, various citrus fruits, lemon, kiwi, oranges, they all help in the absorption of iron because they are very much rich in vitamin C. But certain things which we consume with the iron-rich food or iron-rich food meals, they delay the absorption. Say calcium, if we take supplements, iron and calcium tablets together, they will not, both of them will not be absorbed by the body adequately. You have coffee and tea. Tea contains tannins, so they delay the absorption of iron. And now there's phytates. So what are these phytates? In our legumes, as well as our lentils or the beans, there is phosphorus mineral. It exists in the form of phytates. So generally, these phytates, they will delay the absorption of iron and zinc by the body. We cannot absorb them completely. So to help in that, generally recommended is to soak your kidney beans, chickpeas, or your various lentils for a few hours, say 3 to 4 hours, and then cook them. Even beans, if you can sprout them and consume them, it activates the iron and zinc for a better absorption. Here are examples of some meal plans, are basically the food which I have cooked at home, which you can have a look and see the kind of combinations which you can follow at home and increase your intake of iron as well as zinc. So one is this salmon, which is again animal source of meat, along with veggies. Then you have certain lentils, bean, along with braised French beans, and a salad to go with. Some salad, a mixed green salad with orange to help in the better absorption of the iron from these greens, along with baked vegetables and some chicken soup. A small spinach and mixed peppers quiche, eggs and spinach. A papaya salad, grated papaya salad, which has got edamame beans and broccoli in lemon and chili dressing. So all these simple, a bowl of clay pot rice, a dish of chicken with mushroom and greens. So all these are combinations because not only about iron and zinc, but also different minerals which we get from them. So in the end, I can just give you some short punch tips which you can follow at home. Try to have vitamin C rich food, say after a gap of 1 to 2 hours when you've had your iron rich food. Try to avoid taking iron as well as calcium supplements together. Keep a gap of about 3 to 4 hours between the supplements. In market, you have various kinds of supplements of iron available, and commonly are ferrous sulfate, ferrous fumarate. Of course, after clinically diagnosed, if you are deficient, only then you need to have those supplements. We have injections also available in the markets now, but excessive iron intake is also not good. It can lead to nausea as well as constipation also if you consume high doses of iron. Try to keep a gap of 1 to 2 hours between your meals as well as hot beverages like tea or coffee. The tannins as well as coffee will not let you absorb, will not help in absorbing iron as well as zinc. Women, when we are exercising, apart from a blood loss, we should increase our iron intake when we exercise a lot, especially athletes. Sprout the lentils for a better absorption of iron. You can soak the lentils for a longer period of time to remove these phytates, and it helps in the absorption of iron and zinc better. And lastly, I would like to say that eat a well-balanced diet to prevent other deficiencies. Hippocrates had rightly said that let food be thy medicine, not medicine be thy food. So make your food as your medicine, but not medicine be your food. Thank you.